Hey World of Tanks players, welcome back to World of Tanks with Hachiman, and I've got two videos for you here today. These are from the 100 subscriber replay contest, and the first one I'm bringing you is Battle War 101 in his KV-3. He's in a Tier 7 game on steps. The KV-3, of course, is the other Tier 7 Soviet heavy tank, the one between the T-150 and the KV-4, and directly opposite the IS in the tree. KV-3 is a heck of a tank, bit tougher than the IS in terms of its general armor profile, and carries, when fully upgraded, a very devastating 122 mil. Battle War immediately swings right and heads down the one line, pretty much the heavy alley, as it were, and his team has a lot of heavy tanks. There's a lot of tanks coming this way, but he's got a T-150 and a KV-1 behind him. Both of them, if you look at them for a second, as well as the T-29, he's got and a KV-2. But ignore the KV-2 for a minute. The T-29, the KV-1, the T-150 are not any of them fully upgraded. That's the short gun on the T-150, not the 107. Probably the 85 would be my bet. The KV-1 is not running the 85 or even the 122 derp. Looks like the 3-inch gun, and the T-29 has, based on the muzzle brake and the size of the barrel, looks like a 3-inch gun. So even though he has a lot of tanks coming this way, he's the one who's going to have to pull most of the weight. They lose their chaffee right away to the enemy tank destroyers, so now they're blind. XVM gives us a 56% chance to win, 54 now with the loss of the chaffee, which is a pretty even match. He sees the AT-7 and wisely doesn't even bother to shoot. Doesn't shoot on the move and doesn't stop to aim. He just continues on to the rocks, where he can hope to engage something a little bit softer, or at least at a closer range where he's more likely to hit. He's got a Tiger coming around the corner right at him, and he rotates his front up against the rocks to side scrape. I think he's overdoing it a little bit. He takes a hit from the Tiger, but he puts one back into him for much more damage. Nice attempt at side scraping, but like I said, he was over angling just a bit. And he's just hanging back until his gun loads, which is exactly what he should do. He's got the AT-7. Can't quite get on the hatch before the guy wiggles away. And the T-150 behind him is already dead. He's pushing the wreck of the T-150 back to hopefully get a shot on this this Tiger rather. Tiger moves forward and he just lands a brutal hit on the Tiger, who is now starting to work over his KV-1. His team's down 0-3, and they're being capped in the base. In counter battle, you've got a lot more time to defend the cap, but with two guys, it's going down quick, and again, most of his team is on this side of the map. He's backing off, which is a great move. He's pulling. The AT-7's got to come around the corner. Unfortunately, and there's the Tiger again. Lower plate, good shot. Unfortunately, that Tiger, or that AT-7, has his hatch protected by all those rocks. So, alright, KV-2 derps the Tiger. There's the AT-7. Battle War aims at the hatch rather, blasts right through it. He is tracked. He took a hit from the very dangerous gun on that AT-7. Gets his track up and backs off. They're flanked by a Panther. The friendly T-29 doesn't seem to care at all. He nails the Panther. Remember, this is a 56%er. His team's down 5-6. And he's starting to have to put his carry pants on. AT-7's a tough nut to crack. He's loaded. Moves forward. Can he get the hatch? Yes, he can. Good shot. And now there's an IS. Just when you think it can't get any worse, a Tier 7 heavy tank shows up. IS takes a big hit from somebody, probably the KV-2. And then Battle War puts a nice shot into him. And the IS says, "Holy crap, I'm out of here." He backs off. The AT7's got to go. The Chi-Ri is almost a one-shot. He just needs an average or slightly above average roll. That AT7 can't really protect the side of his tank he needs to protect that hatch. Now Battle War, his own T-29 is kind of griefing him a little bit, just putting himself in a very bad position. He's backing up, looking for the hatch. He gets it, bounces the AT7 shot, and dispatches the AT7. What the hell is that IS doing? Anyone figures it out, let me know. Oh, T-25-2 shows up. Very dangerous tank destroyer with a very dangerous 90mm gun, but it bounces, and he kills the IS. The T-25-2 bounces again. Quick pause. The T-25-2 player is a 1461 WN8. If he is in fact using the 90mm, which it's hard to tell from here, there's no reason he should be bouncing off a Battle War. That 90mm gun should go right through Battle War's lower plate without any trouble at all. He's just not aiming his shots. And if that's the way he wants to play, he switches to premium and still bounces. Battle War misses. Yep. I was about to give him the benefit of the doubt and say it was a 3-inch gun, but a premium round goes right through Battle War's lower plate for 226. Definitely the 90mm gun. Battle War is asking for help, which he should. T-25-2 comes out. Very poor shot on that T-25-2. That T-25-2 shot at Battle War. Oh, I'm getting a replay bug. Yeah. But he shot at Battle War's side at a pretty substantial angle, and that shot had nothing to do except track Battle War. Battle War gets his tracks back up. T-25-2 took a hit, and Battle War just waits till he loads, and then the KV-2 derps him. Battle War doesn't get the shot off. Just like that, they seem to have turned the tide. The base is not being capped. There's really no one over there. M4 Sherman being cheeky with a derp gun. Battle War was trying to aim that shot in, but the M4 backs off before Battle War gets fully loaded. And the M4 comes out, and Battle War puts one right through his side for the kill. Now there's no one left but a T-37 light tank who was last spotted up here. Now, this is not a good situation. You've got a T-37, well, look at that. He hasn't gone very far. This is a hard tank to run down when you have a KV-3, a T-29, a KV-2. The only thing that can really catch the enemy T-37 is the friendly T-37, who's on more or less the same hit points. So in a direct fight, you know. Now this was a smart move. You see that? War's Vengeance invited to platoon. Battle War invites that guy to platoon because they both have 3 or more kills, which means they have, if neither one of them dies, they earn a Brothers in Arms. With this new dynamic platoon system, it's a good way the enemy T-37 kills the friendly T-37. With this new dynamic platoon system, it's a good way to pick up some extra medals. Really no chance of that shot hitting. See, and this is what you run into. That guy just runs and runs and runs and runs and runs. And Battle War shoots again to his credit, but again, no real chance of that hitting. It'd have been a miracle shot. But hey, Soviet accuracy. Could happen. Speed up time. And then the T-37 just decides to get cute and come out and fight, and the SU blows him away. Great game, Battle War. High caliber and an ace tanker mastery badge. Not going to win the contest, but it was a heck of a game. Great job, sir. Alright, on to the next. And here we have Friendly Potato in the trusty Tier 8 Lurva premium heavy tank. I'm going to pause the replay for a second. Let's talk about the Lurva. This was the first premium tank I ever had. It was actually given to me as a gift, and it was when I got the M6 heavy tank, I first started encountering these things, okay? Because it was my first Tier 6, and as a result, you sometimes get into Tier 8 games. And it was probably my third game in the M6 heavy tank. I ran into a platoon of these monsters, and I couldn't do a damn thing to them. Now, in all fairness, I had the 3-inch gun, and I didn't have a clue how anything worked, and because it was like 2,000 battles. And the Lurva is a super heavy tank. Prototype never got past drawings. This machine, in terms of World of Tanks, it's not as scary as it looks. Okay, it's slow as all crap. It turns like a bathtub. It has 100 millimeters of frontal hull armor, and not really. You see the lower plate. The lower plate's very easy to pen, and you see where the upper plate meets the lower plate, that flat strip. You shoot right there or below, and you will pen. The upper plate is very heavily angled and not always easy to pen. The front turret is rated at 120 millimeters, but that gun mantlet, it's got this big, sweeping, sloping gun mantlet, which is also not easy to pen. And it has 8 or 10 degrees of gun depression, so it can work hills and ridge lines very well. If you have its front and all you have is the turret, aim for that hatch on top. You can pen that if you can hit it, and try to hit the turret cheeks to the left and right of the gun mantlet. But you can see the German symbols on the side. If you aim too far close to those, your shot will ricochet off to the sides. So, or your other option is just flank the sucker. Put any shot into its side or rear and it's going in, no problem. So, anyway. FP's got his work, call him FP for short, Friendly Potato Takes Too Long. He's got his work cut out for him. 33% chance to win according to XVM. There's one blue-rated player on the enemy team, a bunch of greens. FP is the highest or second highest rated player on his team, and he's got a couple of gray guys. Now, he kind of just starts out here not moving, and I'm not sure if he wasn't connected or if he was kind of weighing the situation. Friendly Potato does play on the North American server, but he's in Europe, so perhaps he was having a slow connection. And the team deploys well. Mediums heading up there, a couple of heavies, tier 8 heavies headed down there. That with the Ferdinand, that makes perfect sense. Type 64 is penetrated way into enemy territory, spotted an IS-3, which would have been a decent scouting run if he had kept charging down this way and gotten around, but it just doesn't look like he's going to escape. And there he goes. I think he stopped for a moment trying to gather more intelligence, and that was the end of that. Now FP's moving. Pretty sure it was a connection issue. Now, this is regular speed for the Lurva. He's going full blast. Top speed's listed at 35, but you see it doesn't get anywhere near that. He's running in the 20s on flat ground. Paved ground, you'll get a little higher, maybe upper 20s. Downhill is the only way you're getting 35. Fortunately, his team hasn't lost anybody else yet. The IS-6 never continued pushing down to the south. Instead, well, then he did again. He didn't seem to know what he was doing. FP thought about coming up trying to get a shot at that T-28 prototype, backing up his Ferdinand. They've lost a Cromwell in the middle to an IS-6. And he continues the push. And there's the IS-3. And he's got help. He's got a KV-4. Very heavily armored machine. But with some weak points. You just have to know where to shoot and how to handle it. Also has a KV-85 back there, which can be dangerous in the right hands. Can have an effect on Tier 6 games. FP continues his push. IS-3. How did that shot not go in? God, that Soviet armor is so ridiculous. That shot should have penned any day twice on Sundays. And it just went into the spaced armor. Can't really pen that. Well, if he turns his turret to the side, FP misses. Hey, did you see that effect? That plume of water out there? That's cool. I'm sorry. Alright, IS-3 just got savaged being hit by the IS-6 and the T-34. Yeah, FP takes a shot, but he had to know it wasn't going to pen. IS-3 does have a weak spot right on the top of the turret above the gun. But you really, if you only have its turret, you really want to be shooting at the side of the turret. He's just not getting a good shot at that guy. That's the shot right there, though. I think it missed. Alright, and you saw that return fire. You saw where that return fire hit on the turret. It went a little to the left and it just bounced off. And that IS-3 has poor gun depression, so he's not going to be able to shoot FP's lower plate from that position. He's got to come over. And when he does, the T-34 should blow him away. There we go, into the side of the turret. Lurva's gun and T-34 finishes him off. Well done. The Lurva's gun is a very good 105mm weapon. Waited a little too long maybe. Bounced off. And when I say very good, it's abysmally slow of a reload. Abysmally slow reload. 10-11 seconds depending on how you equip it. But it's extremely accurate. Very, very accurate. And of course, like all... Alright, good tracking shot there. KV-4 returns fire. They do the same thing. I don't ever consider a tracking shot a waste, because hopefully someone gets some damage in. If nothing else, the guy's going to burn his repair kit. KV-85 comes up to screen. KV-85 is using a 122 and fires an APCR shell. KV-4 switched to APCR as well. So, FP's been hit by 4 shots. 2 of them were premium, the only 2 that penned. But he did kill the KV-4, and now he kills the KV-85. So they've cleared this corner. But holy crap! The whole rest of his team's dead. They're all dead. The Ferdinand held off an IS-6 up here, but that's it. They've completely lost the North. In just the first few minutes of the game. It shouldn't be surprising. We're 5 minutes in. We've all been on plenty of games where 3 minutes in and most of our team was dead. So he does the smart thing. He immediately turns around and heads back to base. The Ferdinand wiped out the first tank you saw, a T-37, but now he's got 2 more light tanks bearing down on him, and if they get behind him, he's done. Yep, he's done. Hellcat's the one that actually got the kill. Not sure where that shot came from. We can't see the Hellcat. Executes the AMX-12T, who saw his future and ran, but didn't run away quick in time. Friendly T-34 is engaging tanks on the other side, has just taken out a Ripper Patton, and the IS-6 that's with FP killed off the other light tank. There's a T-54 Mod 1. Very heavily armored tank. That's going to be a hard shot to pen. He misses. Fortunately, the Mod 1's gun is kind of mediocre for this kind of fighting against this kind of opponent, as long as FP hides his lure plate. And then the Hellcat penetrated right through. This new replay bug is annoying. Right through, right there. I told you, hit that flat spot, it'll go in. And the Hellcat didn't even have to use premium with its 90mm to pen that shot. That Hellcat player seems to know what he's doing. They just lost their T-34 to the T-28 prototype, but I'll be damned if that guy didn't do some great work. He had 4 kills this game. So hats off to him. He did his best in a bad situation. Friendly Potato comes around, gets the T-54 Mod 1. I probably wouldn't have been so aggressive to turn the corner till I was reloaded, but that's okay. The Hellcat bounces. That's a scary move right there, as big as this tank is. There's the Hell Kitty. Not much of a shot. He takes it anyway. Been one of those miracle shots. But just like this, they were down 5-11. Now he's up. Now it's only down 12-13. These 3 heavy tanks have really pulled this back. IS-6 only has 1 kill, but he certainly had an impact. Alright, FP's Sixth Sense is going off. He doesn't know where he's spotted from. He's worried about the T-28 prototype that was last seen here, which he should be. That machine's 120mm gun with an 8-second reload time fully equipped. That machine will easily take both of them on if he's full health. And that tank's got fantastic frontal armor. So he's keeping his gun pointed that direction, because there it is, T-28 prototype. He's not full health behind a rock. There he is. Oh, you got the side of him. Look at that shot. If you're in a T-28 prototype, don't ever expose your side at an angle of less than 10 degrees. Or more than 10 degrees, rather, is what I meant to say. The T-28 prototype's firing premium, really unfortunate because it was completely unneeded. But FP's got to back off. He has to use his repair kit to fix his ammo rack, and his turret is stuck, so he has to back off till that turret comes back. And that T-28 prototype is pushing right in on him. That's going to be a hard shot to pen, and he does it anyway. Hellcat puts a shot into the side of his turret. And FP is down to 35 hit points. It's just him, this Hellcat, and there's an Artie somewhere. He hits the Hellcat, angles just in time to bounce the Hellcat's return fire. But can he beat the Hellcat's reload? Apparently yes he can. Shouldn't have been able to. Maybe the Hellcat has a 50% crew, I don't know. Nicely done. So now, it's him against an Artie. Friendly Potato. There's a big ass gun right behind you. What? Friendly Potato's gun takes the shot. The S-51 fires HE, and it hits his gun. It took out his gun. Now FP can't shoot, but the S-51's got a 30-something second reload time. FP doesn't need to shoot. Now he does. 350 damage, high roll. Amazing, amazing game. Friendly Potato, that was fantastic. 7 kills, Top Gun, Steel Wall. Just really fantastic game. You know, that was a thing to see. Guys, I think both of these replays are worthy of winning, of course. I set the rules at the beginning, so there's not much I can do about that. But I think these were wonderful. I hope you guys will like this video. Thumbs up it. I hope you'll subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I hope you'll come back for more. And we'll see what the next batch of contest videos look like. Thanks a lot, guys, and hey, share this out there with the community. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.